Okay, I'm just getting straight to the point. Why? LTE, why the hell did you just say South Carolina and Alaska are closer than frickin' Wisconsin and Michigan? Or whatever the frickin' title said. What in your right mind are you talking about? How in any universe is South Carolina and Alaska closer than Michigan and Wisconsin? Do you not understand what you're talking about? South Carolina, which is one of the most Republican states in the United States, one of the more white populated states, this is a state that is so favorable to Trump. Trump could lose, he could lose Wisconsin probably by 10 points, or 15, and still win South Carolina by 8 points. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm going to explain why. Let's just take a look at the exit polls. 2016 exit polls from South Carolina. 74% white. You're telling me Trump's going to lose almost 20% of the white vote, right? And even then, that would be enough. That would not be enough. Because, really, when you think about it, if it gets that close, Trump's still going to make gains with the black population. Listen, every single poll, right, even the garbage ones, show he's doing 5, 10 points better with African-American community. I don't understand what world you're living in to have South Carolina more closer than Wisconsin and Michigan. What is this nonsense you're talking about? I know you love Nate Silver, but geez, you don't have to post it on every single video. Like, what are you talking about? Listen, I have to tell you one thing. Trump's base is not leaving him. At worst, South Carolina, he loses probably 5-10 points of the white population. At the very worst. And even then, he's probably going to improve by 5, 6, 7 points with the black vote. I don't understand what you're talking about. Let's take a look at the result from 2016. Trump won it by almost 15 points. Listen, I hope you realize, alright? I hope you understand that he won it by 15 points. You're talking about a 16-point swing towards Biden. That's nonsense. Now, you could say Lindsey Graham's race, a little bit closer, obviously. Lindsey Graham's still going to win the race by at least 8 or 9. And by the way, do not understand, Trump made South Carolina swing Republican. It was a 10-point margin in 2012, and he made it a 14-point margin in 2016. 2008, it was around a 9-point margin. So it is technically trending Republican. I don't know what you're talking about that South Carolina is closer than Wisconsin. That's nonsense. If that's the case, we're not talking about frickin', Trump down by, 10 points. We're talking about him maybe down 20, 30 points, actually. That's nonsense. And listen, I hope you realize that Alabama too, is not going Democrat. This is nonsense, this stuff you're saying. Alright? But then you said Alaska was more closer than Wisconsin. This is where I had to make this video. I had to make this rant. I had to stop working on my election night video just to... Look at this. It's a wider margin than South Carolina. 15 points. Right? 15 and 2.2 points. You would need to swing 16 points. And yeah, maybe in 2022 in the Senate race, maybe it'll be something crazy with the Libertarian vote. It's like 15% of the vote like they usually do. But not a presidential election. Gary Johnson was the strongest Libertarian candidate they've ever had, and he only got 6% of the vote there. I don't think they're going to budge past... I don't think that's going to be enough to flip Alaska. You would need that vote to around 15%, and JoJo is not going to get 50%. She'll be lucky to get 3% Alaska. She's one of the worst Libertarian candidates they've ever had. Alright? And, again, he did make it swing Republican, like South Carolina. It was around a 14-point victory for Mitt Romney. It was around a 15-point victory for Trump. I don't know what world you're living in. I want to know what drugs you're taking every day. Because this is nonsense, the stuff you're saying. And listen, like I said, you're talking about a 20-point swing of Trump losing 20% of his base, of the white vote. And even then, that's not enough for Biden. He needs to absolutely max out turnout with the black population. And that may not be enough. Because if he does, Trump may make gains with the black population. So really, even if Trump loses by 15 points nationally, South Carolina probably stays Republican by a 5-point margin. So, I don't know what world you're living on. I want you to get off of Nate Silver. I'm not going to say it, but listen. You have an addiction, Nate Silver. It's ridiculous you're listening to that freaking clown. He's like, oh, why? I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't understand. I don't know what world you're living in to think that Alaska and South Carolina is closer than Wisconsin. And also, I just love how you'd always make these anti-Blumph videos, that Blumph is down 30 points in Alabama. He's down in South Carolina. I hope you understand that's just common sense. That's so wrong. I don't know what world you're living in. And quite frankly, I think you should probably just get off of TikTok or Instagram or whatever you're on and actually make decent videos that actually make sense. Because I'm getting sick of this. I think the election community is finally waking up to your bullcrap. And, yeah. So, that's my rant, I guess. Subscribe, I guess. I'm really mad that I had to make this video. It's the dumbest video I've ever had to make. LT, just stop making videos at this rate. You're saying more ridiculous stuff than election predictions official. And he's made nonsense claims. But at least he's not saying South Carolina's closer than Michigan. Alright, he has Michigan going to Biden by 6 points, I think. But you have Michigan right of friggin' South Carolina. I mean, left, or whatever. It's nonsense. I'm done. I just can't anymore. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, share with your friends, and yeah. See you guys in the next video. This is ridiculous.